I need to feel your energy today from start to finish.
Come on, let's go.
Let's crank this thing up. You get real ferocious, I'm trying to tell you.
Turn me up all day.
From the locker room to the broadcast booth, breaking news and the truth behind every take from a real NFL insider and television analyst.
Now get ready for the NFL show where the conversation gets real and the fans get a voice. It's time for the Lake Lewis Jr. Show here on ESPN Radio.
And that's football.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show. Appreciate you joining us as always. And it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's Friday Fan Day, where the best supporters of the burgundy and gold and any NFL team, they join us and we have a great time. We chop it up. We talk about everything under the sun. Today, I'm actually live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis for the NFL Combine. So every now and then you might get some backdrop noise, but this is life. This is what we do. But as I promised our esteemed guests and supporters that we're going to keep this show going every Friday. To the best of my ability, we will always have this show. So how's everybody doing?
Wonderful.
Well, doing well.
Great.
Doing good.
Doing fantastic, bro.
Doing great.
Yeah, everybody.
As long as the Reds in here, we're good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amen.
So, so we've got plenty of topics to talk about. This week, earlier in the week, talk with Denton Quinn, talk with Adam Peters, and they had a different pep in their step. It was very professional. The conversations we had, and I talked to Adam off the record. Can't really tell you what it was, but I can just tell you that they want to keep some of their players. They have 34 free agents. I did ask him about Marcus. I joke with him that he might have to sign Marcus to a 2-year contract in order to keep him. And he was like, I might have to. So, they understand what they need to do. And it just looked like it was a real professional setup this year. Like the group that they brought in. You guys saw my guy Logan, right? He's sitting right here, literally. It's literally us and like 2 other people and literally the whole side of the stadium. So he, same thing. We talked and he just talked about how there's a plan in place. They really know what they want to do. And I can tell you guys, I don't think they would mind me saying this, but I know that they want to be much more physical on both sides of the ball. It's not just about the defense. It's about the offense as well. They want to run the football. They want to get after people. So there's going to be some changes, but it's going to be some good changes. And I think changes that you guys would like. So I wanted to get your takes on what you feel like you've heard, over the past couple of days. If you did get a chance to listen to Adam or Dan, as far as, their pressers with us here in Indianapolis. And if you felt like it was anything new, or if you felt like there was anything that you're intrigued by. So I wanted to talk about that. And then I wanted to get your take on the combine, because I've always had a theory that if you're a really good football player and you're coming from like a major Power 5 school, I don't necessarily believe that you need to be here. I don't, at least not in the stadium, but at the convention center where we do interviews with players. You got to do that. You got to get your physicals. You got to interview with teams, and those things can make or break you. But I think if you're a star player and you've performed well, I don't necessarily feel like in non-pads is going to do anything to help your cause. So we'll talk about that. And then, of course, we'll finish our day up with our teams that we had last week. We'll mix it up today. It'll be, so what I'm going to do for the sake of doing this, I did get some really good suggestions from some of our folks. And I think we should have some team captains that, or people that I know are going to consistently be here, which most of you are, but every now and then, we have some scheduling snafus, but I think if we had like a team captain or someone, then maybe you guys could even talk outside of the show, get your act together when you lose to, my team, which, with the champions last week. So, all right. So let's get right into it. We'll start around the horn. I do want to welcome in 2 new faces to our group that are now going to forever be with us. Marcus, I appreciate you joining us. And then also Raleigh. So as we like to do, when you when your name's called, just let everyone know where you are, where you're situated right now in the United States, because this group right here is all over the world right now. So we'll start with Marcus. Welcome aboard, Marcus. And where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you guys from Maryland. Originally born and raised in DC, and I've been watching you guys since the beginning of you starting this show. So I'm glad to be able to be here. Finally was able to make it at these last 3 Fridays. It's been a event after event. So I plan on being here, going forward every Friday, from the starting point. But yeah, I'm from Maryland, and I've been a Redskins fan all my life. So I definitely enjoy the show, man. This is my favorite show.
All right.
I like them already.
Appreciate you. So what's your take from what you've heard from the combines as far as Washington? And you guys obviously know Tyler Biadasz was released as well. Right. So
yeah,
so this is the time to just chop it up and mention what's on your mind. Try to keep your answers to like no less than 40 seconds, so we can keep asking more questions of you guys, though. Okay. All right. So Marcus, what you think?
Yeah, my initial take as far as the press conferences, I was kind of intrigued with with Adam I'm sorry, what's his name?
Dan Quinn.
Not Dan Quinn, the
AP. Adam
Peters. Adam Peters. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous now to talk to you guys.
No, man, relax.
Yeah, I got to relax.
Home, man. We family, man. We family.
I think he wants to bring on Brandon Ayuk. The comment that he made, it wasn't like he was dismissing the idea. He was just kind of like he had to give the answer he needed to give. So, I'm kind of torn on whether I want to bring him on or not. But I think that if JD thinks that he's going to be a good player on the team, then yeah, I'm all for it. And as far as the combine, I haven't really been watching a whole lot of it, but I'm looking at the defensive backs, and trying to see, which one of these guys perform the best. But I'm kind of going to trust, whatever player these guys decide that they want to pick. That's who I'm gonna go with, because I believe that they'll make the right decision. So yeah, that's where I stand.
Okay, good stuff. All right, and Raleigh, appreciate you being with us. And where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from Austin, Texas, and I was also born in Washington, D.C., and can share with you that the first game I went to was, I think it was in September of 1966. My father took us to watch the Redskins play St. Louis, and we won. And I just remember Sonny Jurgensen, throwing to Bobby Mitchell, and just that whole experience. And so my father was in the State Department, so we traveled a lot, but we would always come home to Washington. And when I graduated from college, I joined a company, and ultimately I end up here with my family in Austin, Texas. I've been here for 30 years in Dallas country, but with a Washington flag firmly planted in the ground. So I came across, like, I've been following you, and then I saw that you did this fan show, and I've watched the last 3, and I just think it's great. And I feel privileged to be here in a room not only with these fine fans, but with yourself, because I think this is a unique experience. And I told the guys earlier, I kind of feel like I'm in the stands, I'm surrounded by fans right there, because this is a very supportive group. I would also say this: I have a lot of confidence in the management of this team. They're professional. They play things close to the vest, and they're driving the pundits crazy. So, I mean, I can't hardly stand to watch what's going on because everybody's just speculating. But I found here, I'm an upside thinker. I'm very positive as to what could happen. I have a lot of trust where I didn't have trust in the past. But I'm delighted to be here, and I plan to be here as often as I can on Friday with the rest of y'all.
All right, we appreciate it. Good stuff. All right, and let's keep it rolling, and we'll start back up with 2 new folks that had just recently joined us, Miss Erica and Miss Benet. So what's going on, Miss Erica?
What's good, you guys? Happy Friday.
Appreciate it.
I'm from Richmond, VA, for the new members. Welcome to the family. I just joined last week. I was just telling Miss Shirley, I really haven't been watching the combine, like talking about. I'm usually one to watch a lot. But this time I haven't, but I've been keeping up. I saw Sonny Styles did his thing.
Yes, he
looking
did.
really good. I think
Yeah.
he done boosted his chances to be up in the top 10, definitely for sure.
Oh yeah.
Um, the was the press conference with Dan and Adam. I saw a little bit of that. I'm in a place right now where I just trust what they're gonna do. I've been listening to some radio shows, this week and especially today, being that they, release Biotish. And there's some fans are just going crazy, but I just think that they know what they're doing. I just trust them. I think they have a plan, like everybody else has been saying, and I trust it. It may not look right, because we as fans, we have our favorites, but I trust them. I think that they have a plan, and we have to trust them as well.
Good
So I'm
stuff.
excited. I'm gonna be
Good
watching the combine this weekend, though. That's my plan.
Yeah, I'll be here till Monday. Like I came in, flew in Monday morning. I'll be here till Monday this week, and like literally, pretty much everyone's gone. Well, there's a reason. Some people aren't credentialed for a full week. So I wonder why I asked to do that. But yeah, I'll be here till Monday.
You're the man.
Nah, hey, listen, I gotta tell you, like seriously, like even today, Candy, she's still here, and Candy Waller, and she reached out and was just like this morning was like, I signed you up for an event tonight. They asked if you could come for an event for a panel to be like a mentor, and I'm like, oh, I just did that like the other night. I mean, and no offense, I don't want you to think I'm like that, but when you're here all day, the first interviews are at 8 in the morning, and this stuff doesn't end until 9 o'clock tonight. So she was like, you can come after you leave there. And I'm like, no. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah,
just recycle that first speech.
I mean, it's a lot of work, but I'm gonna go because you just the role. As you start to do things, you got to give back, and like I've always told you guys, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be sitting in here. So I truly believe that. Some people say no, your work's done that, but it doesn't hurt that you do have some supporters. That doesn't hurt at all. So appreciate you guys. So let's keep the train rolling. Let's go with Miss Benet. How are you, Miss Benet? Is she frozen on us?
Yeah, she's frozen.
All right, so we'll get back to her. All right, so let's keep it rolling. Let's go, Miss Sheila. Oh, there she is. There you go, Miss Benet. Okay.
Something's wrong with my connection, so if I get cut off, it's not that I hung up on anyone. I'm getting an unstable message. So, hello, family.
But we can still hear you just fine. Even if you're choppy, we can hear you perfectly.
Yeah. Okay, hello, family from sunny, hot Southern California, 80 degrees here today. Just turned the air conditioner off.
Gosh. Oh my God, I'm sitting here freezing in here right now.
Right.
But I have been watching the combine. I actually saw you late yesterday next to, I think it was JP. He was asking a couple of players, I guess, questions, but I did see you on air yesterday. I saw where Sonny Styles hit it out the air, not out the air, but I guess he did well with his interview. And then I wanted to ask you about another young player. I think he plays for USC. Is it Makai Lemons? Am I saying his name right?
Yeah, Makai Lemon. Yep, wide receiver.
I guess he had a pretty good interview.
He did.
They asked him who his favorite quarterbacks were. He started with Caleb, and then he went to. So, do I want him? I don't know. And then he went to. Then he went to Aaron. Then he went to Aaron, and then they named Jaden Lemon. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, seemed like he couldn't think of three right off, but he started with Caleb and kind of lost my interest there. But I understand he's a good player. So.
No, he's a great player. He's a great player. Yeah. He's actually taking a little bit of heat, believe it or not, because in his interviews, his I guess you could say his body language was kind of like, just he was moving. He just didn't come across as polished with his body language. But my thing is, he's a heck of a football player. He's a dog actually on the field, and he's tough and he's no nonsense. And that's just how his interview went. But to me, I'd rather you be that way and produce on Sundays than be a choir boy and get your face pushed in the dirt on Sundays.
That's right.
That's right.
But no, good stuff.
And then then one last thing, I saw an interview with DQ, and they asked him about Bobby Wagner, and he wouldn't say yay or nay to whether or not he was coming back. He kind of skirted around it. He started talking about the award he just received at the NFL honors. So
but it's a thing. It's a thing. It really is.
All the time.
It's a thing. Let me just tell you guys from a 1 to 10, 10 being Bobby's guaranteed to be back, it's a 5. Okay. So we'll just that's all I can really say. So we'll just keep it at that.
Okay,
also,
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Quite welcome. All right. So now Miss Sheila, what's going on, Miss Sheila?
Hi everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Sheila.
Good. I looked at a lot of the linebackers yesterday. So and I think that Ruben Bang, he spoke very well.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. He spoke very well, and I kind of liked. Is it Lavelle linebacker Reese? Lavelle? Am I saying him right? Arvell. Okay. Yeah. I liked him, and I like Akeem. And then of course Sonny, because he spoke yesterday too.
Yes.
So I pretty much saw a lot of them. I got another group of them, but I'm not gonna call them out loud. But those are the ones that kind of stuck out to me.
Yeah.
And then I piggyback on who just said something about I'm for Jade and I want him to get his boy there. So
Ayuk.
What? Oh, you did? Okay, so
no. Ayuk is what you're thinking about, right?
Yeah.
So when I asked Adam, like he did, he skirted around a little bit because he said, well, he belongs to another team, and I said, yeah, we know that, okay. And then he went and said, well, he's a good guy, and basically I love him, and he said, well, and that's it. But I said, that's the answer, you guys.
Yeah.
He know he coming. Just the way he said that, huh?
I've been telling you guys for the longest time that's done.
I know. I could just tell the way he was talking. He did the proper things. He's still with San Francisco, so I can't be speaking to that. So let me see about Dan. Dan kind of skirt around stuff a lot.
That's what coaches do.
That's Dan.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he just skirted around, and then he used his hands so much. I was like, okay, Dan, put your hands down so we can hear what you're saying. Okay, and understand what you're saying. He's not gonna give you nothing, not too much. So I listened to him and just enjoy all the interviews and some of the when some of them did their skills with the running and whatnot. So I was like, that was really good. And one more thing I want to say, and then I'll be done. It's not on my mind right now. So go ahead.
Okay.
Next.
All right. Good
Them
stuff.
big boys was moving last night.
I mean, they were moving. There were some great times today. Some of the guys right now working out. I mean, there were some great times. We had a couple low 4.3s right before we came on. So you guys will hear about that. But this is the thing though, like this isn't live updates. I mean, I'm just saying what I see, but they were dropping a lot. These are D-backs now, and you guys know why D-backs are D-backs, right? Because they can't catch a ball. And I gotta tell you, it was some guys and then I heard someone say, well, I think they're losing the ball in the lights. And I'm like, no, they can't catch. It was bad. They're jumping to catch the ball and dropping it. So but that's a whole nother story. All right. So
I just want to say my little joke real quick. What I was gonna say about the commercial with our center since he got cut. They got to give up that macaroni and cheese.
That's not nice.
These commercials that they do together.
Yeah.
That's
chunky
not
food.
Nice. That's not nice. So they're
I'll say a prayer for it. Don't worry.
But again, they're trying to get their offensive line to be large, like
I understand.
like absolute maulers. So yeah.
That's
All right,
the
so
first thing
let's
I thought about.
yeah.
All
So
right.
let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go with Shano. What's going on, Shano?
Hey, nice to see everybody. Happy Friday Fan Day. So Fresno, California, 76 degrees. It's layered season. So in the mornings, it's in the 50s, and it cools down in the evening. So you got to stay layered. Not bragging or anything.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
Trust me, you're not missing anything. Trust me. So it's basically the coaches and the general managers, they're just telling us a bunch of BS so that we don't know who they really like. Or I think DQ, when he was on the Rich Eisen show, I heard him talking about the quarterback love, pumping him up. And I think it's to make him rise so that we get the defensive player that we want. If we don't go defensive player, I think there's some issues unless we pick up some good free agents. So a lot of stuff in the works. But in regards to Love, I was watching him, and he's good. I take nothing from him, but he reminds me of Darren McFadden that played for the Raiders. He has those little basketball ankles, and I can see him getting hurt and staying hurt. So definitely don't want anybody like that on our squad.
Okay. Because I got to tell you, he's in play for sure.
He's definitely.
Who did he say?
He's definitely in play. Played in Notre Dame. Oh, he's talking
Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah Love.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, Jeremiah is kind of letting it be known that he
wants to play with Jaden.
He'd like to play with Jaden for sure. So,
Michael Jordan had some thin ankles.
Yeah, I mean, I had some thin ankles, but then again, I tore an Achilles because of those thin ankles. So yeah, so that's a whole nother story. I'll tell you though, Washington to me is going to be in the position where I think that it's going to come down to one of these great defensive players. I think one will be on the board when they get to 7, but I have a feeling that Love could be on the board as well. Now, if he tears it up tomorrow here, he might move up 2-3 spots, but the safety position and running back position is totally devalued. You guys know that. So they normally don't go 2, 3, 4. They normally will start to go 6, 7, 8, and that's in Washington's range. So I got a feeling it's going to come down to, I think Caleb Downs is going to put himself higher than 6 or 7, but I got a feeling it might be Bain sitting there and Love. And if that's the case, you got to go Bain. You have to. Real
quick, can I say something about Bain? Mm-hmm. A lot of people have been dogging him about his length, his reach, but I like him because he's quiet, and I think he's gonna make some noise. He didn't do any of the activities during the combine, but I think you just look at the tape, the film, and you know he's a baller. So hopefully he falls us, and we have that opportunity. And he reminds me, as far as his look, the singer Anthony Hamilton. They could be like twins to me.
So you know what's funny? One of the scouts that I was with, he's sitting right here in front of me, Cortland, and yeah, I'm talking about your Anthony Hamilton comment. So he said the same thing. And then another friend of mine, Teron Davenport from ESPN, he literally said, Lake, he said, Bain looks like somebody's uncle that comes to the barbecue. He's real. But you know what I loved about him though? He didn't, like a lot of these guys were coming to the podium and they had new jewelry and, the haircuts was fresh and all that stuff. Bain came there, hair wasn't done, no jewelry, no tats, none of that. And people were like, so tell us something about yourself that, you'd like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I don't have any hobbies. He said, I just play football. That's all I want to do. And then when, the next question was, what is it about yourself that a team's going to get, what separates you? And he just said, he shrugged and he just said, I'm a monster. That's the kind of players that we need for our team. Guys that are just nasty. So, excuse me. So, all right. So let's keep it rolling. Let's go. Brad Jones. What's going on, Brad?
BJ.
What's up, family?
How you doing, BJ?
Marcus Thomas, Mr. White. Welcome.
Thank you.
I like how they're keeping it close to the chest by not saying anything. So I like that about DQ and Adam. Let everybody guess. Keep it to the chest. As far as the combine, them Ohio State boys. I hate Ohio State. I'm a Notre Dame fan. Always have been. But them Ohio State boys look ready. And I think if one of them linebackers is there, that's who you take at 7. I'm a huge Jordan Love fan. Jeremiah Love fan, rather. But he's injury prone. His durability comes a question to me, though. So that's where I am on that.
All right, cool. Yeah, so if everybody somebody has a TV on in the background or something like that. Okay, so we just got to mute that. Okay, there we go. All right, good stuff, Brad. All right, so let's go with Oscar. What's going on, Oscar?
Good, good.
Nice and late over there.
Exactly. Greetings from Istanbul, and I want to welcome the new members to our family. Even though I wasn't able to watch the combine real closely, it was crazy to see all these defensive linemen running 40-yard dashes like running backs. It was amazing. So if we think Durante Jones is going to be able to build a nice secondary. Even what we have right now, I think we have to be strong on the defensive line, right, pass rush.
Hold on for 1 second, Oscar. Can everyone mute their things, please?
Mute everything?
Yes. There we go. All right. So that way we can hear Oscar. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jeremiah Lowe, he definitely sounded like he wants to play in Washington with JD5, obviously, but still my priority would be a younger, stronger, faster D-line. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and I think
I'm so happy we got a game coming in London. So
yes. And I was sitting here. You remember we talked about. It could be London or it could be Germany or Paris, actually. Well, when they started naming all these teams, all these different places, I kept saying, please let it be London because it's a quick flight out from Dulles there, as opposed to the whole Spain thing. You guys know with the nightmare that I had as far as the travel there. So now I also think there could be a possibility, and I don't mind saying it, there could be a possibility that we could be there for 2 weeks. And the reason for that is because they gave us the home game against Jacksonville. And if you think about it, it's definitely going to be Washington or Jacksonville. More than likely, it's going to be Jacksonville because they're London's team. So Jacksonville, by playing Washington as the visitor, they're going to probably have a home game in London as well. So they might be there 2 straight weeks, but if it's not them, it's got to be Washington because Washington was supposed to get a road international game again. So might be interesting. So I just hope they keep us there for 2 weeks. That would be pretty cool. So yeah. All right. So let's keep going here. So let's go with Reverend Fry. What's going on, Rev?
Hey, Rev.
Blessings and salutations, everyone. And welcome to all the new family members. Don't want to miss it by calling names, so that's the way I will address that. I'm gonna have to take a page from Gerard, and I'm at a wait and see. I know about the the fluff and times and I guess I got PTSD from Jazon Newton right now, but it's like I'm sitting back and waiting and seeing, till it all. There's so much new right now that I'm gonna stay at that 3,000 or 30,000 feet view of all of it until it rolls out. I mean, nothing is how do I say being done traditionally or as expected. I definitely didn't see I saw pain leaving before Beatis. I'll put it like that, and yet we still haven't seen Lattimore, gone, and so
It's coming.
the
It's coming.
business end, I'll leave it at that. But again, the numbers and the underwear Olympics and all that is all fine and good, but like you said, like I want to see the dogs until the dogs are cut loose and we're out there. I'm just taking it all in. It's all informational for me at this particular point. It really is.
Okay. All right. Good stuff.
Do your work, and I shall know you. A wise man once said.
Yep. Good stuff. All right. Let's go with Josh.
Hey y'all, up here in Minnesota, we actually hit 50 degrees today, but we're gonna get like 6 inches of snow tomorrow. So I'm still up here crying. I'm with the Rev. I'm wait and see. I like what I'm hearing from a lot of these kids. There is a lot of fluff, but I mean defense is first for me. Not gonna cry if we take love. I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in with Biotish. Out of all, I looking back on my notes from all the games last year, and he was the only negative on that O-line. You watched the Green Bay game; he got torched the entire Green Bay game.
Okay.
Jaden was running for his life, and there were holes, and it was Biotish's fault. Same with both Philly games. So there was a lot of tape on this.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And I think that the injury, they say the injury doesn't come into play. They say a lot of stuff this time of year, don't they? So that's my 2 cents. I'm not knocking on the young man. He's a good guy, and he's going to get picked up somewhere. But they're going to beef up, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that young man from Baltimore come over.
Lindenbaum. Yeah.
Lindenbaum.
So they're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay if they have the money. They have the money though. They have the money, and that's one of those. And that's one of those. Again, think about it. If you hear they want to be physical on offense and they want to have a new identity, you release one of your starters who's been probably one of your better starters for 3 years since he came over. That tells you a lot right there, man. It really does. It tells you that they're practicing what they preach. And let's face it, Adam Peters is coming from, San Francisco where they were physical, on both sides of the line of scrimmage. And you just haven't seen that in Washington. So that's going to be a big, important piece to all of this. So good stuff there, Josh. All right, so let's keep it going. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more folks to get for this part. So let's go ahead and go with Brandon. And I'm doing this as how I see it on my screen. So I'm not trying to make you wait last because I don't like you. You guys know I love everybody in here. So it's just how my screen's coming up. So Brandon, you're up next.
And what's going on? Good to see everybody. Welcome the new guests. If I'm not in Los Angeles, I'm in the DMV. Currently, I'm in the DMV. I think it got up to 50 something today, so we're good.
Right.
I'm kind of with the Rev and Gerard. I'm like, like when Brad Pitt talked in Moneyball, where he's like, yeah, you preach all this good body stuff and all this, his swing's great and all that. I mean, it's like, it's great and all, but let's just see what happens. But I'm getting nervous because they keep reporting like, Zach Ertz is coming back and he's looking good. And I'm like, we don't need Zach Ertz, guys. What are we talking about? Let him go.
And also, not to cut you off, but Zach Ertz, he's jumping rope, man. I mean, he's lifting, but he's doing singular things by himself. But trust me when I tell you, when bodies are falling near those legs, PTSD kicks in, and it's a whole different mindset. So
of course,
let's be realistic here.
But as far as the draft goes, I mean, I was looking at the order, and my guy, I've said it the whole time. You guys that know, I'm a big fan of Bane. I love Bane. I think he's amazing. That's the guy we need. Love is amazing too. And then I didn't really, I don't watch a lot of college football, but I just looked up Sonny Style stuff because yesterday ESPN was blowing him up after his performance, and Rich Eisen was as well.
For sure.
That guy's, Ohio State's got bodies up there right now, man.
Yeah.
But there's this other kid that I just saw, this guy Sadiq, that's a tight end from Oregon.
Yeah.
He's pretty damn good.
They call him
his hands are amazing.
They call him Safreak. Literally. That's
Exactly.
literally
So
that's what they call him, you know. So he yeah, but do you go
interesting, but do we
seven?
get a
But
tight end?
yeah, that's seven, you know. So again, that could be one of those trade back things, you know. The
Yeah.
problem with this year's draft is, and it's a good problem. This is my 16th year coming to the combine, and I would say this might be from 1 through like 125. This might be the most talented combine overall. The problem is they don't have a whole lot of star power. So it's only like 6, maybe 7 blue chip players that are like franchise changers. But Washington's right on that fringe of being able to get whoever's left out of the 7 that's sitting there for them. The problem is one of them could be a running back. And I know fans are going to really go up to, you know, Commanders Park with torches and everything, you know, complaining if they were to take Love. But if all those defensive players are off the board, I mean,
What do you do?
that's not a bad guy to take now. You know, let's be realistic about that. So that's something that you would have to consider when we get there. So we'll talk about that shortly. So let's make sure we get through everyone. Good stuff, Brandon. All right, so let's go with Ellison. He's on my screen next. And then followed up by Ebony, and then David, and then Gerard, and Big Bud, then Willis, and then Eric. Okay, all right. So yes.
Oh man.
Very,
How's everybody doing? Good to see everybody.
Yeah,
What's up,
what's
E?
up, Ellison?
Awesome.
How you doing, man?
Hey,
I'm
Dizzle, what's shaking,
good.
bro?
And welcome to the new guests as well. Glad to see y'all here. The combine is the combine. One thing I do love about AP and DQ, they will say a lot without saying anything. That's the way they've been ever since they've been here in DC. And I'll keep mine short and sweet. I do have a question for you, Lake. You've been there in Indy basically all week. Without disclosing what you've heard and what you've seen, do you expect anything coming from the Commanders between now and the end of the combine? Any more news?
Between now and Monday, by the time I leave.
Yeah.
No, but I do on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh boy.
To answer your question, maybe. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
And it's we kind of already touched on it. It's as far as some guys that they're probably just gonna let go. So yeah, you know, that's and it's more common sense. It's not like I'm hiding anything. They're not bringing Marshawn back. I mean, let's just be realistic. He's older. He's coming off a major knee injury. I do know for a fact, though, internally they feel like he would thrive under Durante Jones' defense. Though I know they feel that way because his style of play is predicated exactly what Durante Jones wants, as far as guys that will get up on you, but that's predicated on having a pass rush. So I will say this: even if when he is released, I wouldn't rule it out that he may be re-signed, though. Okay, I'll say that. Okay.
Yeah, that number price comes down a little bit. Yeah.
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So good stuff. All right. So Ebony's up next. What's going on, Ebony?
I'm good. Hello to all the new people. And everything that Quentin said, it sounds good. We just gotta wait and see how their plan works out with the season and the players. And I haven't really got a chance to watch the combine yet.
Okay. You haven't missed. I mean, it's the same conversation. They can't give you too much, you know, unless you're the Jets and you make a trade or something, or Tennessee, you know, they made the trade. But I don't see anything like that happening anytime soon. So you have a chance to get a bunch of replays and basically the first 3 days, Ebony, you know, and everyone, the first 3 days here are basically the coaches and GM speaking at the podiums. And then the players come, and the second day after the players start talking, we're here in the stadium. And for me, I always say this is where you learn everything. This is where you see players. I can go back to literally sitting right over here in the end zone, 2010, And you guys remember Sammy Watkins, right? Sammy Watkins it's hard to believe that was like 15 years ago. My God. He was the fast rookie from Clemson that everyone wanted to see their 40 time. And just to go to show you how times have changed with technology, I'll never forget, I tweeted out his 40 time. And then literally in less than 2 minutes, someone was tapping me on my shoulder, and I turned around and they said, "You got to take your tweet down." And I'm like, how did you even know who I was? Probably didn't help that I put hashtag NFL Combine, but it just goes to show you how things change. And remember, we were saying this earlier. Some guys make their name here if they're from smaller schools. Their measurables in their 40s, they can win people over and get another look or maybe another interview with all these coaches. But if you're a really good player, I think you risk a lot by coming here, to be honest with you. If I know that you're dominant on tape, I'm just coming here to interview. I'm going to be like the quarterbacks. That's what Caleb, that's what Mendoza's doing this year. He spoke with us today, but he's not throwing any footballs out here. Why should he? So that's I know I strayed there a little bit, but it's all a mad science stuff there. All right, so good stuff, Ebony. All right, so let's go with David here. David, you're up, and then Gerard follows.
Hey, what's going on, Lake? What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
Man?
What up, Dave?
Welcome to the new guys and girls coming in. Welcome to the family. I first want to start off is little on a sad note is I want to give my condolences to those, especially the Vikings organization, losing those two players, the former and that one player, and also I just saw some other guys that had lost their lives. I don't know, from college and everything. So my condolences out to the family and those people. As far as the combines, I know there's not a lot that that Peters and Quinn can say. They can only do stuff in Morse code. I've always in Puerto Rico there's a saying that for a good ear, whatever is said you understand. So you got to catch the little subliminal messages in between the lines. But I haven't really much seen a lot of the combines, to be honest. But I have, seen some stuff that has gone on as far as comments and everything. And there's just one guy that I also follow that I kind of piggyback on him, that he was a little bit concerned on AP's interview when they asked him about Tunsil. The kind of answers that he gave kind of reminded me of the answers he gave back with McLaurin. So I just hope that it's just not something that's going to turn out to be, in that route. But I'm excited because I also saw that the what you call the money in the pot grew according to the NFL. So and it just means more money for us to be able to spend. So hey, I'm looking forward to see what we get, especially on this free agency. And I do like Bain. Bain is my guy.
Okay. All right. Good stuff, Dave. Good stuff. All right. Gerard, you're up. What's going on?
Hey, hello, family. Hello, family.
What up, Big G?
All right. Everything's well.
Here
Bring
we
me
go.
greetings from Williamsburg, Virginia. It's like 55, 60 degrees out here. Nice and sunny day today. Yeah, nice and sunny today. I mean, for me, I watched some of the combine, mostly highlights. I watched some of the interviews. All that stuff is great. Everybody's going to say the right thing. I done plenty of interviews in my life, interviewing people for jobs and stuff. So everybody's going to come and say the right thing. But this is where I'm at. My mind, I'm just going back and forth right now. I got all the utmost faith in DQ and AP. This is a big season, big off season. So far, I'm happy. But I'm really hoping that AP come out and nail free agency.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he can put 90% of the money and people we bring in on the defense, at least about 80 to 90% in free agency. So that way, by the time we get to the draft, he can pretty much do whatever he want to do. It don't feel, like he got to take this person, got to take that person.
Right.
Because where I'm at when it comes down to the draft, I need me somebody, a blue chipper, like a JD5, whether it's on offense or whether it's on defense. I need somebody who can help the team in at least a minimum of 3 ways, not just a tackler, not just a pass rusher. No, you got to affect the game in 3 ways. I need you to be a dog, a blue chipper player, so we can continue to build around this person. So I say all of that. I was talking to the guys in the chat. I'm starting to lean a little bit towards Love because he can affect the game in so many ways and he can help protect JD5, but we cannot neglect the defense. That's why I'm saying we got to get the defense right still.
Gerard,
And
would you say you would go Love if none of the defenders are left?
No, I'm saying even if we can come correct with the free agency, because that's first, and get some good defensive ends, maybe that linebacker from Green Bay, somebody like that, and then if one of the defensive players there or Love is there at 7, I might try to slide in Love because that's 5 years of a game changer.
And
As
it's
far as
somebody
injuries,
somebody that takes pressure off of
pressure off
to have to
JD5
be let's be honest.
for a long time.
He's been the run game. Jaden, when people say, well,
Yes, he
Washington's a
is the
top
run
5
game.
rushing team, well, it's because their quarterback is getting 800 yards, a year.
He's the run game. And far as injuries, I'm with it. I mean, when JD5 came in, he's too small, he's too this. Injuries is part of football. We got to deal with it. Somebody's going to get a finger hurt, a twist an ankle, pull a hamstring. It's going to happen. So we just got to hope that it don't happen, But all I'm trying to say is build defense up in free agency. If I love Sonny Styles, but I don't think he's going to be there at 5. I mean,
Absolutely.
at 7,
Yeah.
at 7 now,
No.
you cannot mess this pick up because I don't want to pick in the top 10 no more. So since we're picking in the top 10, we at number 7, it got to be a game changer who can affect the team in at least 3 ways.
Right.
So that's where I'm at, and he's a dog.
Okay.
And
Good
Jeremiah
stuff.
Love can do that. So I'm not saying, I won't take Sonny Styles or, one of the other guys, but I am leaning towards Love if he can do right in the free agency with the defense.
Okay. Good stuff. I love you guys, but none of y'all are ever good with the 40 seconds.
Yeah. I know.
Like everybody is like 4 minutes. So it's all good. It's all good. Y'all got a lot on your
It's
chest.
love.
So that's all right. That's all right. All right. So let's keep it rolling with Big Bud.
What's going on, Lake?
What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Ain't too much. Good to see you, sir. Hello, family. Welcome, new people. Glad you're home and glad you're with us. I kind of look at the off season, man, as my second Christmas day of the year. I look at it as an 8-year-old. Some of those gifts you get, you already know what they are, but some of them you're going to be surprised with. Surprise me. I know that they're going to be real good. I know Adam and them are going to be very meticulous in who they pick. So that's what they're going to do. I just want to, and Gerard, you said something that's very interesting. If you could mess around and handle that defense in free agency, and at least the first 3 picks go offensive in the draft, you'll be okay. You should be okay. But now, Sonny Styles, if Lord forbid, if he's around at 7, you snatch him.
I mean, I'll run to the podium for him if he was there. But that ain't happening. Not after what I witnessed. Not after what I witnessed. He's not going to be there.
No.
He's not going to be there.
As far as the press conferences with Dan and Adam, it is what it is. They're not going to tell you a whole lot. It's more about what they don't say than what they do say. And I understand the whole deceptive kind of rule to this because you don't want to tip your hat and let everybody know what you're going after. So you got to kind of throw them off a little bit. But I trust that they're going to do the right thing with us. And it's a hit and miss thing. Like Ellison said, we got to wait and see. And it's all going to work itself out. But I'm waiting for Christmas Day. We got Christmas coming up twice, both with the free agency and both with draft. Yes. And, man, just get excited. Let's get excited about it.
That's why I love this group so much because I can tell you, I don't listen to my competitor shows at all. I never will. And for obvious reasons. And
Right.
Those reasons are because when I have you guys on, I look at you as level-headed fans, level-headed supporters that, and you guys let me know if it gets too loud in here. Every now and
Are you
then
good?
you hear the players.
Good. Mm-hmm.
We're fine.
Yeah, they doing cartwheels in the end zone now after they finish their 40. So, you know, I don't like that kind of stuff either, because it's the ones doing the cartwheels, the ones that didn't have good 40s.
Okay.
You know, I lost my train of thought looking at that nonsense. What was I saying? I literally lost
You
my
love
train
this
of
group
thought.
so much. You love this group.
That's why you love this group.
Oh yeah.
How great
So,
we are.
yeah.
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 How intelligent we
How
are.
good we
Yeah,
love,
how
you know?
super
We
smart
think
and
we-
everything. Yeah. No, but I say that because we disagree on some things in this group, but at the end of the day, it's not things that are just totally unreasonable. But I hear fans sometimes who support other folks or whatever, and I know why they support those folks, because those folks are doing exactly what those fans are doing, complaining and just always gloom and doom. And it's just, sometimes you just get tired of hearing it. And I gotta tell you, I'm around these folks. I just showed you Logan right here. I'm around these folks. There is no negativity around any of them. Remember, I said this, like a week ago. I had Natalie Spalla on, who I go on with ABC in DC. She came on the show, and she was just saying how it was so easy to still cover the team last year, even though they were losing, even though they were toiled in a 7-game losing streak. I think it was 8 games, and it still was easy to go in the locker room, and you didn't see guys, off to the side. They were playing cards with each other. They still were helping each other in there. So the culture is strong in Washington. I think Dan Quinn needs to get an A+ for that. And I'm sure you guys saw.
He did.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He
I'm
did.
sure
He
you
did
guys
get A+.
saw that. Right. So
Yes, we saw that.
The culture is legit. The developing of the players is now the part that we need to see. And if they can do that, I think they'll be back much quicker than people realize. This team should be a contender this year. And I truly, truly believe that. All they got to do is play average football on defense. And I think they have a chance to do something a little better than that if they're coached up properly. So, all right, let's keep it going. So good stuff there, bud. Now, sorry to cut everybody off. Let's go with Willis here. And if I keep moving here, I'm sorry, but these seats here in the stadium got something numb on me. So keep squirming around in the seats. Okay, man, I'm struggling. Okay, all right. So Willis, you're up.
Oh, man. Break my train of thought, man. Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the newbies. I'm glad to see some more faces come on back again. And just wanted to say, I can't believe we're rounding out end of February on our show here. And so I just also wanted to say to the ladies at the top of the hour, you guys did a great assessment, great breakdown. I was really impressed. Not much more I could say after what you were saying about the combine. But here's my take on it: is I don't really care too much about the combine. I haven't watched any of it except for a few small YouTube highlights. Because I mean, Rev already hit on it, but I mean to quote Doc, like it's the underwear Olympics. I don't really care that much. How many times have we over the last, like, seriously, think about this, over the last 5 years or so, how many players have we gotten drafted that were like super, super, super high with RAS scores or the RASs, and what did it do for us? Like, these players never wound up being as great as their RAS said they should have been. And so I don't take a heck of a lot of stock in that, which is why I've sort of taken a little bit this last week to watching a decent amount of film on basically the top 7 or 8 guys. And I walked away thinking that Bailey was like one of my top choices if he was going to be available. I don't think he is going to be. Love was one of my top choices.
For me. Yep.
Yeah. Love was one of my choices. And actually, I wanted to ask you, like, if you have had your eyes on Caleb Downs at all, and what your opinion were live. Because, I mean, when I break down all of his film, that guy is a superstar in the making, and I appreciate what the linebackers have been doing, but I just don't see the value in the linebacker as much as I do true defensive end or a superstar running back that could be a league changer, or Caleb Downs, who I think could be like, I'm not going to say Sean Taylor because that's just sacrilegious, but I mean, he's a top level kid. You know, that kid's a baller. And I was wondering what you've seen personally there. And one last thing, I'll go to Bain. I wouldn't mind him. And one of the things that made me laugh is I saw Cynthia Freuland on one of the other channels. She made a comment about his
NFL Network.
Yeah, saying about his short arms. You know, she's like, well, he's never fallen over when he's gotten in a 4-point stance, so it's not too short. You know, so I'm like, all right, you know, like, so I don't know. Honestly, whoever we get at 7, I know is going to be a top quality player, and I definitely think Gerard's right on the money. When it'll mostly depend on how we rock it in free agency up until the draft. So, I mean, I'm not going to make a definitive number 1 choice until I see everybody that we've picked up in free agency. So, sorry, no, that was a lot longer than 40 seconds. I can't speak like that guy on the Wendy's commercial back in the 90s.
Right.
No, it's all good. You know, I'll say this about Caleb real quick. He's one of those guys. His confidence is borderline arrogance, because that's how confident he is. And
that's something with the name.
Yeah, you know, he feels he feels like he does. He feels like he belongs there now. He feels like he's going to be one of the best immediately. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because I'd rather have a guy come in with supreme confidence as opposed to lacking the confidence. The only thing is,
Amos is like that too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you look at, again, Durante Jones and his background, what he's done with secondaries, Caleb Downs would be the perfect fit for him. I just don't think Caleb Downs is going to be there at 7. I just don't see it. Right. I think he's going to tear it up here, and then you're going to see him even go up a little higher. And I've already talked to some folks here who have been saying that, you know, safeties, you know, they don't, you know, normally go that high. Well, Sean Taylor did, and we remember what happened. And now you look at guys like Kyle Hamilton and Derwin James, and look at Nick Emenwari and what he did with Seattle this year. So my comp to Caleb Downs is Ed Reed. That's like no, it's Ed Reed. It's literally it's a guy whose nose is always where the football is, and this is a guy that has hands, you know, too. Super smart, might be the smartest guy out here, period. Literally the only other person
doesn't miss tackles.
He doesn't. He started at Alabama as a freshman. At Alabama as a freshman, helping Nick Saban call plays, and that's all you need to know right there. I mean, the guy is phenomenal. He transferred to Ohio State, of course, but he's been on the radar for years now. And if Washington would be lucky enough to get him, they would be getting a solid player. But I'm going to say this about all these guys. I think if they could get an Arvell Reese, if they can get a Sonny Styles, if they could get a Reuben Bain, I mean, Jordan Love. I mean, not Jordan Love, but Jeremiah Love. You can't go wrong with any of these guys. So I just hope fans understand, and I know you guys, the real fans, do. But I just hope the masses understand that Washington's in a situation where one guy's not going to fix it. So,
and that's my point.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Right. You might need to go best player on the board. And then a lot of people in this building, their number 1 person on the board is Jeremiah Love or Caleb Downs. So if Washington gets lucky and one of them fall to them, they're getting a guy that could have been a number 1 pick. So I'm okay with that. And Adam has always nailed his first rounders, hasn't he? Past 2 years, those first round picks have been pretty good. So, all right. So let's keep it moving. The final person, Eric. What's going on, Eric?
What's good?
You patiently
good?
The real EB.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna stand up. Yeah, y'all said the best. Hey. Welcome everybody. Welcome to our new folk. I'm from Richmond and VA as well. So I'm hoping I'm gonna get to come on with Lake sometime, being that I'm local, you know. But Lake, it's been so long, man. What was the original question again?
Just your take on like what you're hearing here, you know,
All
with
right.
us up here, and you know, just
Yeah,
off
yeah.
season stuff. Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't caught much of the draft. I mean, I'm about what you can do on the field because the difference between a 4.3 and a 4.5 40 is like what, half a foot.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the big deal? I want to see what you can do in pads. But anyway,
Yeah.
I see all the love, man, with Jeremiah Love, and it's awesome and all. But like, did we not talk about free agency before? Like, we got Brees Hall, we got Tyler Algier, we got some awesome guys at running back. So I'm like, if they don't go,
they're not.
Well, like Travis. I mean, but Travis Etienne and all that. But it's like it's so much harder for us to find a dominant edge player or someone in the secondary that's young in free agency. So to me, I think they ought to just swing on Brees Hall because he's still young too. And as sweet as Jeremiah Love would be, I mean, yeah, he's sweet because he's at Notre Dame. They don't play anybody half the time. So I don't know. I mean, I'd rather spend the money, get somebody that you know what they can do, and Brees Hall, and then load up on defense because, like you said, I mean, if there's a Sonny Styles available or Caleb Downs, one of them guys, like you said, if Ed Reed's in the draft, who ain't drafting Ed Reed? Come on.
No, I mean, and I agree, but the thing is that he's not falling to 7. There's no way. There's just no way that those 3 Ohio State guys are there at 7. There's no way.
Somebody's got to.
No way. No way.
But I mean, in your opinion, with the way the draft's going to go, I mean, let's just do this real quick. Mendoza's at 1. Number 2, I mean, the Jets, they need everything in the world.
Well, remember, the Jets just made a trade and brought in Sweat. Yeah, they brought in Sweat from Tennessee, so that eliminates the need for Bain.
They need
Well, Bain could be there, but I think the Jets, in my opinion, I think that they're going to end up taking
Bailey.
They're going to I was saying Bailey at first. I think now it's going to come down to Caleb Downs. I kid you not. Or Sonny Styles. Or nope, I think Sonny Styles. I think when you see what I saw with him, it was freaky what I was looking at. And then the vertical and everything. I mean, he's just a supreme athlete.
Yeah.
You're the Jets. You need a signature player. So for me, the Jets pick is even more so about not just a guy that's a good football player, great football player, but a guy that you can market and sell. And if you've listened to Sonny Styles, you listen to him speak, he's got the pedigree, you know, his family played, his brother's playing with his brother's here too. It's just a good fit for the Jets. They need something that's going to want to make people buy some tickets there, and he would do that. And then I think at number 3, I think Arizona's going to take the tackle from Miami. Number 4, I think Tennessee, because of the trade and stuff that they just did. Now I think that's where Arvell Reese goes. It's Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles. So, you know, now you're starting to look at the Giants. That's where the wild card comes in. I think the draft starts at number 5. And for me, the Giants are hoping and praying, trust and believe that David Bailey or Caleb Downs is sitting there. And I have a tendency to think that they would take Caleb Downs because
they already got Edge. They already got Edge.
Well, you think of Harbaugh's history, you know, Ed Reed, and who else? You know, Hamilton.
Man, that defense gonna be crazy.
Yeah, they did that last year though, and they sucked.
Nah, it wasn't because of the players. It wasn't because of the players. It was because of the coaching or lack thereof. So yeah, you think about those things. So let's do this. Good stuff,
who you think Cleveland gonna take? David Bailey?
But for real, like Harbaugh ain't done much in a while besides that one Super Bowl. They've gotten to playoffs, but they hadn't achieved much, and they had the best running game in the league.
But
Lamar Jackson and Henry.
But I think sometimes when people say they haven't done much, I mean, they were in the playoffs every year.
Yeah,
I mean,
but like
that's
their defense,
a lot.
Their secondary was terrible last year. They were almost as bad as ours.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
So let me pose this hypothetical to you guys then.
Yeah, bring it.
Would you rather be guaranteed. Like, and I asked y'all this. I think my
Here
first
we
show.
go.
I think the first show we ever did together, I
7
asked this
Super
question.
Bowls or
Yeah.
first
So would
round
you
pick?
no. Would you rather win a Super Bowl and in 6 years, the next 6 years,
Yeah, you did ask
you
that
win
before.
you win a Super Bowl, okay? You guarantee you can take that Super Bowl next year if you want to get it out the way. But the next 5 years, you don't know what's going to happen. Okay. All right. Or would you rather the next 6 years be guaranteed that you are in the playoffs, but you don't know the outcome of those games in the playoffs? What you signing up for?
I'm betting on me. Let's go to the
Signing up
playoffs
for the
6 years.
playoffs every year.
Yep.
So
The
for the
playoffs,
Ravens, they've been in the playoffs. And I say that because I don't know if you can see. I don't want to get in trouble.
No, don't.
But guess who's sitting behind me? I swear to you, Eric DeCosta. Eric DeCosta. Literally, like right there, right there.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't want to talk too loud about the Ravens right now. But
Like, I'm just saying, I don't think Harbaugh going to the Giants I don't think they're going to be this awesome team overnight just because of the name. Just because all the talent they've had over the years, I mean,
Yeah,
I feel like
but they hadn't had the caliber of coach on the side.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad. I was going to say, if you're not concerned, and Miss Erica said it, if you're not concerned about the Giants, something wrong.
Yeah.
Something wrong with you.
Nah, they're going to be good.
They got some ballers
they're
on
going to
that
be.
squad.
I just
They're
don't
going to
think
be a
they're going to be
playoff
going to the
contender.
Super Bowl.
Why not? I mean, my thing is, I think that Washington and the Giants are getting ready to flip that division. I truly believe that.
I think the NFC East is back, man.
Yes.
I don't know what you think. I'm a Jahardian, but I believe that we have had our drafts and the players come through.
Mm-hmm.
I pray, and I seriously mean, I pray that that we develop. I don't believe we've developed, or they talk about playing to the player's strength. And I think I was hearing Brad say, about the coaching. That's our Achilles heel throughout this entire process. I believe Jazan, Ben Sinnott, and all the rest of these young men are as good as advertised.
That's right. Absolutely.
From the time they hit the field, there was nothing else left that was done during training camp or any of the games. You need to work on your step, don't bite, or whatever that it is. They're not being coached.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
you can have the shiniest car, but if you don't know how to drive it, what good is that car?
That's what I'm saying. And put this in perspective. Just what is it, 4 years ago now? Right here in this building, Johnny Newton, or at the time where everyone knew Jerzon, he was Big Ten, just came off being Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. And you know who they were comping him to? His comp was Aaron Donald. We ain't seen
no.
He ain't even seen a shadow of Aaron Donald.
He ain't seen the ghost of him in his dreams.
Yeah.
But that's my point. If that's what talent evaluators were saying, did he forget how to play football? No, I just saw him get three. I saw him get 3 sacks in the game to end the season. In the game. So any man that can do that has talent. It just needs to be brought out of him to do it consistently. And that's where the coaching comes into play. And again,
but I think we got the coaching.
Right, we do now. And that's the thing. I don't think that's something that you put on Dan, because I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not who Dan is. Dan is a culture builder.
Right.
And Dan has done just that. But now Dan's 2 coordinators are gonna have to be the ones to do this. And if they don't, then Dan's gonna be having to build culture somewhere else too. But
exactly.
Yep. Go ahead.
So, like, what do you think about the new the promotion that they made? Was the tight ends coach? Was he the tight ends coach? They promoted him to the pass game coordinator.
Yes. I love
heard
it.
he's a teacher. He's a teacher.
He's great.
All of them, everyone on this staff are teachers, and it's amazing because I was just talking to someone today about Coach Bobby Johnson, and he's not here anymore. But yet I thought the offensive line was probably the most consistent unit last year, ironically. But there were philosophical differences on how they wanted to do things, and also philosophical differences on how they're being taught. And I can tell you straight up that, now the new coaches, all of them across the board, and they still have a couple more pieces to pick up, but they want people that will reach these players how they need to be reached. And it's not forced on them, because let's face it, we got in this box right now, 15, 16 different people. We all learn differently, and
Yes,
it doesn't mean
absolutely.
that I'm smarter than you because I learned the same thing quicker. It probably meant that somebody wasn't taught properly. And that's the problem with this team. So when you see that young players were given up on, when everybody with their eyes saw that these young players needed to be on the field, we needed Ben Sinnott on the field. I shouldn't have seen that Ben Sinnott is capable of catching the ball and giving us something in the pass game, weeks 15, 16, 17, 18. You know what I mean?
Right.
We saw just 2 years ago, Tyler Owens, this big, fast deer running around out there. And then last year, he looked like he didn't know what he was doing, because he didn't. Because he wasn't being taught properly. So now I'm super excited about this. And of course, people say, Lake, you pushing the Kool-Aid. I don't even drink Kool-Aid. I ain't drink Kool-Aid in 20 years. It's not good for you. So let's refute that right now. But I will say,
I'd like to give a little bit of context here. So I'm in Austin. And I'm a big fan of the University of Texas. 5-star recruits everywhere. And we saw what Indiana did. In my opinion, Indiana proved what you can do with excellent coaching and teaching and culture.
That's right.
Texas frustrates the heck out of me because they got players that are just underperforming. I mean, you got all the 5 stars in the world. You got the best team money can buy.
Literally.
And Indiana's there. So in my opinion, I'm hoping that the new coaching staff with their teaching methods are going to milk, the proper talent from the people that we have drafted in the right system. And that's what I'm hopeful of.
You're going
to play calling.
That's what we've been
play
saying.
Calling too.
Yeah, exactly. Constructing, what your game plan is. And I think we all want, I'm sitting here going like, I want an offense that attacks and doesn't care what the defense is doing. And I want a defense that attacks as opposed to, well, how do we figure out the offense? I think we want to dictate on both sides of the ball.
All right.
If you guys have ever heard David Blau talk, we already know Durante's coming like that for sure.
Yeah.
But if you listen to David, it was so phenomenal. Wake up, Miss Sheila. It was so phenomenal. But no, it was so phenomenal to hear him talk. Like his words were, he wants a violent offense. And I'm like, I haven't heard that in a long time. I definitely didn't hear it with Cliff, because his offense was about as what do you call it, Brad? Was it Charmin soft? It was something you always said. No, paper mache. That's it.
Drugstore.
Dr. Cotton.
Blake, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
do you see a scenario? Because you said that the blue chippers, we like, after we get past 5, it gets a little sketchy. Do you see a scenario to where we could add a player and possibly trade and go up?
See, I thought about that 2 days ago. I literally was just like, the best scenario for Washington that could unfold was when everything came out about Bain. And I do have to tell you guys, I was standing right next to him at the podium. I mean, like shoulder to shoulder. And he looked small. And here it is. I done lost 40 pounds. I know I'm smaller, but he ain't look too much bigger than me. And I'm like, this guy, the film, though, he's tossing dudes, So I said to myself, to answer your question, but the best scenario could be for Washington to see a slide start to happen with him, where you hear people are concerned about that. And then maybe you trade back 3 or 4 spots with a team that's desperate to move in there, guaranteeing that they're not going to take
Kansas
Bain.
City,
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Then you can get Bain at 11 or 12, and you get maybe a third. You're not going to get a second, but perhaps you could
Right.
hit a third or a fourth. I'm doing it. I'm gonna take my chances there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But because you could also do it again if somebody lied to you and then took Bain and Love's still sitting there, and like we just said, Kansas
Right.
City wants him, then you might say to
Right.
Kansas City, let's talk. Let's see what we can
Right.
do here. But I
Right.
would be shocked if Adam somehow, some way doesn't maneuver some things around to get a draft pick in this, an extra
Right.
draft pick.
Someplace. Yeah.
No, I was thinking.
There's a lot of good edge players
Mhm.
later in the draft too. That's the thing.
I mean, listen, man, I know they do like Duran, but we all know, and Duran still got one more year on his contract. So
Right.
Duran gonna give you everything you got this year. But
Yep.
you might have to start looking ahead. And the thing is, I do know there's a free agent from Minnesota on that line that's out there. And you all know coaches like to bring a player or two from where they came from, especially
do.
Right.
So
Yep.
there's a linebacker that's going to be available too.
Yeah.
So there might be a couple guys from
And
Minnesota.
Joshua knows this. I mean, Minnesota's $42 million over the cap, so
Yeah.
they're going to have to do something.
They got to
Absolutely.
do something.
So
Hey,
you're
right.
right. We just
You're
know
right.
that we just know it won't be JJ McCarthy.
Hey,
Let me
God.
stop. Let me stop. Let me
Lake,
stop.
can I ask you a question, Lake? Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's that?
This is
That's
Gerard.
Oh, Gerard.
When
Okay.
you
Yep.
when you first started off the show, you had talked about we know the team going to probably have to keep some of our free agents that's already been on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was thinking in my head probably about maybe 10 or 11 players. Are you thinking like 20 or 25?
Yeah, I think it'll be more than that. It has
Me
to be.
too.
They gotta fill the roster out.
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah, they
I'm
gotta
hoping
fill
we
the
can bring
roster out.
in, but like, I'm hoping we can bring in about at least 10 to 12 free agents.
Yeah,
New
but think
free
about
agents.
but think about
They
it.
ain't gonna do that.
The back end of your free agents are guys that aren't even guaranteed. Some of them aren't even guaranteed to make the roster, even though
Right.
they signed.
That's right.
So
That's
so you
true.
might have 5 guaranteed guys that could be starters. You just or
Right.
4. Your
Yeah.
draft, you're only gonna have 5 guys. So I think that's the number 5. So
But we only have
again,
30 guys on the contract right now, right?
Bringing
Pretty
back
much.
Bobby Wagner, Gerard. We are.
I mean, that's fine as long as he's at a secondary.
I don't
know. I'm not
know.
sure
I
because I
know
don't
if he
think
is.
Bobby's going to want to not come
You're
off the
evil.
bench.
If you put some
So-
truth serum to me, I would tell you something y'all may not want to hear.
I'm being
but, man,
honest. I don't think Bobby's going to come back because I don't think Bobby's going to want to take a seat back.
I don't think he's
if
not
Bobby's
coming back,
playing,
but it's
he
not
wants
because of
to
that.
start.
I'm gonna tell y'all,
You
guys, it's none of those. It's none of the above.
None of those
He
reasons.
said
Why
5
he's
out of
coming
10.
back? There's some
He
internal
said
stuff.
5 out of 10. He ain't coming back.
There's some internal stuff, and I'm gonna just say it.
Okay.
When people were hanging
I
him
heard-
out to dry, and I kept trying to defend him, and I kept saying he's being asked to do things he should not be asked to do. Okay,
That's right.
And then
That's right.
unfortunately, fans started looking at it like he's washed, and no, he's not. I can assure you, you can ask anybody around the league about Bobby Wagner, and they'll still tell you right now today he's still a top 5 middle linebacker.
Yep.
But the difference
But you
is,
gotta also look at it too.
he doesn't have anything in front of him.
That's what I was gonna say.
Right. That's what I was saying too.
Yeah.
Coach.
If I hear somebody one more time say Bobby Wagner should not be covering Bijan Robinson, I'm going to throw up.
mean,
Of course,
how could
he
you
should.
ask anybody? To
Right,
cover
right,
who
exactly.
can cover that man? Who?
And so when
Right.
fans are like, "Oh, he's terrible," I'm like, "Are you out of your mind? Do you
Yeah.
understand what
Yeah.
what he brings into that locker room? Just his
So Lake, is
presence."
that why? Is he turned off by Washington fans and the hate that he got?
He's not turned off by Washington fans. He's turned off by some things in the building that happened.
All right,
That
you ain't got to say no more.
I'm
Okay.
not. I'm not.
There's no way they can
and-
adjust to keep him, huh?
I mean, they
Get
can,
rid of
but
Yankoff.
you're talking about a Hall of Famer. Those guys are
Yeah.
prideful.
Yeah.
They're very prideful.
Yeah.
So and I understand. I perfectly understand his stance on it.
For sure.
It's just something that went down in there that wasn't cool. And
Oh, man.
so we'll leave
Thought
it
it was
at
a good
that. But
culture.
yeah. Well,
Hey, it's football.
well, it is. It and that's part of what happened, with the culture.
Mhm.
but that's somebody you don't do that to. So anyway,
Right.
He's a very serious guy.
Put it like
Very.
this. Put it like this.
Very.
I'll just ask y'all this, and then I'll leave it alone. I'll let y'all figure this out. Would you, if something broke down, would you stand up for Bobby or would you stand up for your coordinator?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
well.
standing up for
Bingo.
Bobby.
That's the issue.
Bobby.
Okay, so we'll leave that alone.
You know what my answer is on
Got
that.
it.
Low.
Got you.
Hey, Lake.
Interesting.
But the
Hey,
coordinator
Lake.
gone.
Hey, Lake, real
Yes,
quick.
but
Yeah,
the
but it's
It
after
should have
the
happened a
fact.
long.
It
It should have
wouldn't-
happened.
it
It
wouldn't-
happened
A
a long
lot
time
earlier
ago.
than
after
that,
the fact.
Oh
Lake,
yeah, I know
Lake,
that.
how
I
often
told
did
y'all
I
that.
say that, Lake? How
though.
often
Every
did I say
week,
that,
every
Lake?
week, every
I
Thank
week.
you.
told y'all that.
Thank
Hey,
you.
hey, Lake, real quick. Do you expect them? Do you expect the new coordinator and defensive staff to play a little bit more 3-4?
Yeah, that's going to be their base when they start off.
That's
You
gonna be
know,
the base.
I
Okay.
think first downs you'll see 3-4, and then they're going to change it up. They're going to play nickel coverages. They're going to do everything. But
Okay.
I can tell you this: everything is going this way. Everything is going downhill, and it's going to be you're going to see more blitzes probably in week 1 than you saw in the last 5 years by that
If you say,
defense. So,
if you say
Bobby needs to
3-4,
stay.
so if you say 3-4, that means linebackers. We got to get some LBs.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
nose
sir.
tackles too.
And a nose tackle,
And a
yeah.
Trying to
nose.
tell you.
Speed
I
Trying to
know
tell
when
you.
Devontae Sweat went, I was like, man, that's a nose tackle right
I
there.
know.
So
Holy smoke.
y'all just look it up. I mean, I can't. I mean, again, but
Eddie
I can just
Goldman.
say,
Yes, sir.
Eddie
look up,
Goldman.
just look up the free agent,
I also
defensive
like what he
lineman
said.
for
He said, I might
Minnesota, and
start.
linebacker for Minnesota. Just look them
I
up.
know who
I'll
you're
let y'all
talking
put it
about.
together.
I know who you're talking about.
Hargrave. Hargrave.
Well,
Yeah,
I
and they
He
will
said
be.
something about like I might start in a 3-7,
Eric
but it's where we end
Eric
up that
Wilson
counts.
as
That's
far
I was
as
right.
the
trying to get
linebacker.
I was trying to get my Minnesota guy to come on today and talk about exactly what you're just talking about because he was saying exactly what you just said.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I mean, and it makes
But
sense because you need a space eater, and if you do a
Yep.
3-4, you know that tackle, that technique, he's got to be a monster,
he got to
and
be a
Exactly.
lift.
and they don't have that right now. They don't. So, and it's not Duran. He's not a 3-4
No,
No,
he's
guy.
not.
no.
No.
And you,
Kinlaw.
and you got to have the right mentality to play nose too, man. Not only physically, you got to know that's a thankless position.
Yeah.
It
They're
really
probably
is.
going to bring back Eddie,
Remember
right?
Hainsworth? We wanted to put him at nose, and he said, "I'm not
Sure
playing
did.
nose."
Sure did.
That guy.
They could probably bring back Eddie.
Yeah, we don't mention those. So let's do this real quick. Let's do this real quick because it's good. I mean, I'm here. I don't have nowhere to go. So let's get if you guys want
Yeah,
to
let's
keep
go,
going.
Lake.
Yeah,
You got to get prepared for that speech, Blake.
Yeah, if we can.
I'm gonna be like, you know what? I had the fans on it. I couldn't get off. So you know, it's your fault. It's all of y'all. It's y'all
But he
fault.
got
You
something
know. So
running again though. You got
My,
noise in the
my
background.
government has asked me. I'll fall on the knife for you too, but
Somebody's TV's running again.
I think it's Ebony's.
Somebody's TV's running again.
Ebony,
just
check your
mute it,
background.
Ebony. I got her. I muted it.
Cool.
Don't unmute.
Yeah.
Don't unmute. Okay. All right. So
That's it.
let's do the game. So I need your help because in my remarkable tablet, I left it in the hotel and I had our groups on there. I just know that the winning group, I was part of that with Miss Erica. Also with
selective memory.
was David. Yep, David.
I'm
And
a
no,
free
Josh, you
agent,
weren't
Lake.
part
I'm
of
a
that.
free agent.
But he's
Josh
not
wasn't-
here.
Yeah, Josh wasn't part of that. Josh was putting his hand up. See people trying to jump ship already. So it was
Me and Rev and Brad and Brandon. We
Exactly. Pick me up, Josh. I'm a free agent. I ain't signed nobody.
All right.
Mike B would be mad.
So let's do this.
The last group only had three people. So
Can everyone from group one give me a thumbs up real quick?
Not the missing.
No. Three of them.
There's three people. It's three of them.
Was Savage in one?
Here. Savage.
Yeah. Okay, so for today, group one, Oscar and who else? Ellison. Oh no.
Sean and Big Herb. I mean Big Bud.
Bud.
Oh yeah. So Oscar, Bud, Raleigh,
Shano,
and
Shano.
and
Shano.
no, Shano, you were in group one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Rolly. So your group can add Rolly in there. So it's Shano,
Okay.
Rolly, Oscar, and Bud. Okay.
My whole group here.
All right. And then group 2. Can everybody put a thumbs up for group 2? So Brad, Willis, Miss Sheila.
We had Big Herb last week.
Okay, so
He's not
Big
here.
Herb. All right. So let's add Marcus to your group. Okay. All right. So
Thank
Marcus is part of group 2.
Nice.
So everybody in group 3, give me a thumbs up.
We're a strong group, by the way.
Rev, Josh, Brandon. All right.
Yeah.
So we need one for you guys.
I'll take it. I'll go with them.
All right. What were you in a group last week, Eric?
No, I was
Okay.
out in Sin City.
Okay,
He was
so,
AWOL.
okay, so Eric will be part of your group. All right. And
All
then
my
group,
prayers have been.
all right. So
All
group
right.
group
Big
4.
Eric.
They on
Everybody.
the practice team.
So everybody group 4.
Oh,
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, so everybody can hear. So group 4, everybody thumbs up. So Gerard, Ellison,
Ebony and
Ebony,
Benet.
and Benet. All
And
right.
Benet.
And then
Mhm.
winners group. All right. Erica, Dave, myself, and my imaginary ghost, because that's our 4th person. So we get automatically
Willis.
get 5.
Get
We
Logan.
automatically
Get
get
Logan on
5.
y'all's team.
You know,
Get Logan with
I'm
y'all.
giving him the hand.
imaginary. I
All right.
told y'all mental health was real.
Yeah.
All right. So this what we got to do for the sake of this. Everybody who's
Can
not
I
in
say?
group 1, yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
This is Benet. My connection is so unstable. It keeps going in and out. So
I
can
tell you what to do.
Gerard answer for me?
Yeah, but I was gonna.
Mhm.
He can do that. He can do that. You see they
Oh,
they got
Gerard,
together.
more
They tried.
time.
They cheating. They already cheating. See, no, it's okay.
Already.
Gerard texted under the table
she did.
text.
Gerard
He was
wiggling
like, "Hey,
the
look, I'll
wire,
answer
yeah.
for you. You
It's
got,
an
you got a
illegal
connection
tampering.
issue right now."
Okay.
Yeah. No, it keeps
All
going
right,
in
so
and
no,
out, and I may lose everyone.
that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. If it helps y'all, that's fine. That's fine. They're still gonna lose, so that's fine. All
I know,
right.
right?
Teamwork.
I'm
Teamwork.
glad to
All
report
right.
him to the commission already.
So, all right. So this is what we'll do. So everyone except for who's in group 1, everyone mute their microphone. Okay. So group 1 has the chance to answer these. Okay. All right. And then it helps me too, because it helps me since I don't have my thing in front of me. I can see who's group 1. So Miss Sheila,
I'm
Raleigh.
not group 1. I'm group 2.
Oh,
So
well,
you
you got
got
to
to
mute
mute
your
Miss
thing.
Sheila.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Raleigh, Oscar, Shano, and who's the 4th?
Bud.
Bud. There we go.
Bud,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So now I see. I can see. This helps me be able to see who's what. Okay. So this is going to be your question. And remember, you have to answer these questions, each person, within 20 seconds. And we don't need a long answer, but it's just a powerful answer. Okay. All right. Your question is, what position should be the Commander's top priority to improve this off season? You can pick between offensive line, secondary, or adding more skill positions. All right. Now, whoever goes first for your group, go ahead and let's go. You got 20 seconds each person.
I'm going to say skill positions.
Okay. All right.
Skill
And
positions.
you can give me, like, from 20 seconds, you can give me your answer and why in a 20-second set.
Yeah. So from my perspective, I'm going to go with something that Gerard said earlier. I'm going to say we're going to take care of defense in free agency, and I want to go for best players. And I think with Jaden, I'd like to get skilled players that are basically going to impact the game. In other words, move the ball and put points on the board. I'm hoping we outscore people with a defense that's decent.
Okay. All right. I like that. Well, I can't tell you how much, Okay. All right. Good stuff.
Feels like a 5.
All right. All right, Sean.
I changed my answer.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and start off by saying, last week I let my team down. I want to apologize. I turned the page. We burnt the tape. We're on to week 2. So I want to go with secondary. We need another lockdown and health, and then we should be good.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Bud.
I agree. secondary. With his defense, as long as that secondary is tight, we can wait till that defensive line get it together. So that secondary has to be on point.
Turnovers. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then finally, it was
maybe me.
Oscar, right?
Oscar.
There we go. Okay. So many screens on here. Okay. There we go.
Lake, we can't choose pass rush or edge rush or.
Yeah, if you want to, for sure, you can.
Yeah, I would say. I would say pass rush. We got to be able to put more pressure on the opposing QBs.
Okay. All right. So, all right, I just have to do this real quick so that way I can write down what the tally is here. I got a little sheet of paper here that I can put this on. All right. So cool. So group 1 is already in the books. And I got your number there. All right. So group 2, you are up. So everybody mute your things except for group 2. Okay. So group 2, you can unmute. Yeah, Miss Sheila, you can unmute your group 2. Okay. I'll unmute you, Miss Sheila. Okay. Can I unmute Sheila? Says
if you got that setting on, she would have to unmute herself.
Okay, there she is. Perfect. Okay. All right. So it's Sheila, Brad, Marcus, and Willis. Okay. So let's start with Brad. You fire up your group. Let's go.
Same question?
Yeah. Oh no. No. You got a good one. I'm trying to give you guys different ones so you don't have time to look up something. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, well, no, because
we
I
didn't
want
look
y'all
up
to think that's
last
how
week.
group.
We ain't cheat.
Nah,
We
but
we didn't
we
cheat.
want to make sure there's no cheaters in the group because I already saw Gerard and already hooking up something there. All right, so question for number 2, group 2. Should the Commanders focus more on building through the NFL draft or signing proven veterans in free agency to accelerate the rebuild? Y'all like these questions, right?
Repeat.
Okay.
Repeat.
Should the Commanders focus more on building through the NFL draft or signing proven veterans in free agency to accelerate their rebuild?
I don't like that question.
I like
right,
these.
Brad,
I
kick it
like
off.
brain busters. So somebody jump in. That's Brad. That's
Well,
Brad.
that's for me. For me, that's the easy one. As y'all know, I've always been talking about building for the foundation. So I'm a draft guy. I want sustained winning. So draft for me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's do the draft. Okay. All right. Somebody else from the group.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that basically built from the draft. Absolutely.
Okay.
Defense.
All right.
Michelle.
Okay.
All right. We've already proven we can't go with the old guys. Okay. That's why we're in this mess now. So anyway. So we need to go through the draft. Okay.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Okay. All right. And then who's the final person? Was it Oscar? Oh,
That's
no, it's
me.
Willis.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to anchor this one here and actually try to tug the other direction. I apologize, but normally I would say yes, the draft. I mean, it's got to be the draft. You want the young people in, great young contracts and what have you. But this year, that's not the case because we only have 2 in the top 100. We can't really do much true building in this draft unless we're like doing some mass trade backs. So this year, I have to say it's got to be using free agency, hopefully not ancient free agents, but some maybe a little bit younger free agents this year, and that can actually contribute and maybe stick around for a few more years.
So Willis, let me tell you why my content is. Don't just spend money because you got it, right? I understand we have to, but don't just spend it because you have it by going to just get anybody. Get the right person. If the guy you want not there, don't just go throw the money at a C+ player wanting A+ result.
At some point, you're going to have to take some B's and C's, though. I mean, we got a lot of free agents, a lot of spaces to fill, and we don't have that many draft picks.
But don't expect that result out of that player. But I'm going to shut up because everybody else can move on.
We got teammates going at it. So, no, that's just good.
We keep
that was
keeping
good.
10
that
of
was
them.
good. That was good. All right, so let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. So we group 3, team 3. So everyone mute your thing except for team 3.
We lost Brandon. Brandon had to go to dinner, so some of us are gonna have to go twice.
So because
Brandon had to go.
nope. What I'll do is I'll automatically, if your team is short, and no, I shouldn't say that because then some of y'all intentionally start texting each other. Hey, lose your connection. I was gonna give you 5 points if you're down a person, but I already know some of y'all will text each other and say, hey, lose your connection.
We ain't pulling a Gerard over here. We ain't doing a Gerard.
All right, okay. So look, so team.
You
3,
already doing a player owner.
Well, what I'll do,
be fair now.
Well, what I'll do is I'll if like for my team, as opposed to getting 5 points, we'll just give 4 points. So team 3 automatically gets 4 points. Okay. So all right. So Josh, you're up.
Okay, what was the question?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here, Reverend Reddy. He's morphing. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Your question is, what? And these are questions I put together, so you can't get mad at the questions. They're all original and different. This question is, what is the one player currently on the roster who you think must take the next biggest leap for next season for the team to become a contender again? That's a good question, right?
Yeah, that's good. Okay. You want to hit it first, Rev?
Remember, y'all got 20 seconds to get somebody to throw an answer out.
Go ahead, Josh.
All right, so we know JD5 is gonna already hit it. So, and I know that Terry's gonna bring it. So I'm gonna go with number 4 on defense. Because I don't know what they're going to do with that defensive line, but they need to put Luvu back in his place so we can see 2004 Luvu again.
I'll say
he was all over the field.
Nice.
I'll say this on the defensive side. I would say Mikey. Mikey needs to ball out this year because with him and Amos back there, if Mikey can play like 2024 Mikey and a little better, then all right, let's go.
Okay, all right. So now,
matter of fact, I want to see on the offensive side. I want to see Wes Walker 2.0, aka Luke, step his game up. I believe there's a lot more to that young man, and they just didn't use him. He's a sleeper.
But remember, Rev, this question was for them to become a contender again. So I don't know if you mean Luke for them to become a contender.
Well, he'd be wide receiver too. We need a wide receiver too to be a contender.
Jack, leading the witness.
I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure he understood that was what I was saying, because I know you don't mean that. No.
I mean, our team is so bad all the way around, and it's got to be Jaden. I mean, let Rev answer that though. You guys gave great answers, but Rev, that's yours.
To step to the next level, then I'm like Josh, I would like to see Luvu used at the right level.
Okay,
so he definitely was lost. So I'll go with Luvu.
Okay, so you guys understood why I did that. I don't think you had heard that right. Okay, I don't want you to think I'm trying to cheat for anybody.
No.
Because he could have 50 catches, and that's not going to put them in the Super Bowl. Okay, so let's go.
Let's stay in the end zone.
Yep. Hey. There you go. I like that.
Bonus point.
All right, so let's go with team 4 now. So everyone mute your thing, and then everyone from team 4, you're up. Okay, this is good. This is good today. All right. So team 4.
Ebony needs to unmute. Ebony, there she go.
Okay.
All right.
So here we go. So for team 4, which looks like on my screen, it's Ellison, Ebony, Gerard, and Benet. Yep. Okay. All right. So number 4. No, she's here.
That's my connection keeps going in and out.
Okay.
Honest.
I got your back.
Okay.
Thank you, Gerard. You answer for me then. Go ahead.
All right.
All right, so
No,
for
really.
no, I believe you. I believe you. I'm just
Yeah.
teasing you. Okay. So
Dear Heavenly Father, we're just gonna pray over these folks right now. Help them. Help them in the name.
We
Hey,
family.
listen. I had to listen. They're running the 40s in here now, and it's quiet as a mouse, and I'm up in here laughing. I'm sorry. All right. So for team 4, your question is: do you think the Commanders should make a big splash moving forward through a major trade or blockbuster free agent signing, or continuing building patiently with their young talent? Okay. I can read it over if you want me to. You guys need me to read it over?
Go ahead.
Okay. Do you think the Commanders should make a big splash either with a major trade or blockbuster signing, free agent signing, or continue building patiently with their young talent?
Well, you want to go first, Gerard? Or you want me to go?
You go ahead and go first.
Well, I would say with the draft, stick with the draft and the process of rebuilding because you don't have a whole lot of assets to actually give away to actually make a trade for some superstar or blockbuster deal. So that's first and foremost. So I would say stick with the draft for now. If an opportunity comes for you in the draft, or if someone wants to move up and you move back a couple spots, and they may throw a player in there, I doubt it, but then you make a move like that. But for me, I would say rebuild through the draft in this process because the limited assets that you do have, it's not a lot. It's not helping you out in that circumstance. So I say
Okay.
build through the draft.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. All right. Ebony, you want to go ahead?
Stay patiently and build with your young players.
Okay. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Gerard?
Now let me make sure I understand the question. You said either build through free agency or a major trade,
Or a
correct?
blockbuster trade, or
Right.
continue to just
Or
build patiently with your
patiently to
young
the
talent.
draft.
No,
Okay.
just with your young talent, the young talent you
Right.
already have on the roster.
But you
Young
also
talent.
said build,
Yeah.
through free agency. I master. Okay, cool. For
Mhm.
this year right here, the first thing we need to do is make a nice splash in free agency, at least one splash in free agency to jump our team. And I'm hoping that's on defense or the tight end from Baltimore. Likely, we need to make at least one big splash. It's
Okay.
no need to have money if you don't use it at all. You got to use a little bit of it. So we need to make one big splash. That's my answer. Now I'm going to do the answer for Miss Benet.
Okay.
We need to make sure that we capitalize on this number 7 pick. Do not trade back. We need to get us a blue chipper, like you said earlier. It's only like 6, 7 blue chipper in this draft. We need to stick at number 7 and make our pick so we can get somebody we can continue to build our team with. That's what we need to do going forward for this year right here.
Okay.
Both of those things need to happen.
All right. Good stuff. And then finally, the winner's circle. So for the sake of the fact that Miss Erica I don't see her in here. Oh, there she is. All right, Miss Erica.
I was eating. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. She just gives breakfast or dinner of champions. That's what we do, before we get ready to go ahead and knock people out of the rounds. Okay. So Dave Fernandez, Erica, myself, and because we're down a person, we get an automatic 4 points, just like the other group did. Okay. All right. So this is the question. Okay. All righty. Question for us is, what would you consider a successful season next year? Making the playoffs, winning the division, or simply showing major improvement? Good questions, right?
Yeah, that is a good question.
Okay.
Can you repeat that question again, Lee?
Repeat it, yeah.
Sure. It was, what would you consider a successful season for next year? Making the playoffs, winning the division, or simply showing major improvement?
I'm gonna considering the season we had, I mean, we all want the playoffs, and we all want, winning the division. But my main concern is that we have made major improvements, because that's what's going to take us far, and that's going to what's going to create longevity. And we want longevity. We don't want something for right now.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Miss Erica.
Well, I think that if we're going to just say major improvement, then we as fans and everybody has to be patient. So I'm going to say make the playoffs. The reason why I say that is that, in 2024, they didn't even expect us to be where we are. I think once we get in the playoffs, it's no telling what we can do, especially when you got JD5 at the helm.
Okay.
So I'm going to say make the playoffs.
Okay. And then my answer is I say make the playoffs. And I say that because you were just there 2 seasons ago. You got to the conference championship game. And I think we all know with the injuries and everything that happened last year, they never really got going. So if you want to say major improvement is putting you back where you were, which is in the playoffs. So for me, I'm saying the playoffs. Okay. All right. So we got our answers here.
You win the division, you're already in the playoffs.
You're already in the playoffs. Right.
You're already improved. So
we got a situation again here, y'all. Okay.
Hey, some people got some easy questions, like.
I thought all those questions were good. Okay. I'm a tough grade though.
I think trying to pick one guy to save a wounded team, man, that's easy.
So here we go. And I don't want people getting mad, but this is just what the numbers came up with. Okay,
here he go again.
It's gonna happen.
So team 1 got 14 points. Okay. All right. Team 2 got 16 points. Team 3 got 17 points.
That's great.
Team 4 got 16 points. And team 5, literally, I'll give you the numbers.
Here you go.
3, 4, 5, 5, which is 17. So it was a tie again. It was a tie with team 3.
Bonus round. Let's go, Lake.
I want to recount, man. There's some cheating in the game, Lake. You out of here, bro.
Okay,
man.
Bonus question, Lake.
Give yourself 2 5s.
Brad, what group are you in, Brad?
I'm in group 2.
Y'all had 16 points. That's good.
But how your group get more than ours?
We're gonna have to demote you.
Place.
We have to demote you just to be the host. You can't be on the team anymore.
We won't
give yourself 2 5s.
So I'll tell you what. I'll just be the moderator.
I like your grade.
I'll just be the moderator.
You out of there.
So I love when people get salty on them L's. I like when they get salty on them L's. I got wrong one of the L's from my name.
That's what them Penn State dudes do, man.
Hey, Penn State.
His
we was tied last week.
His point system.
Like
this is fixed.
Like, how about this?
Sure. Man,
like, how about this?
I thought this was Commanders fan.
How about our team? How about our team ask y'all a question? Y'all ask us one.
Can y'all let the champions get back to what we do and get this round going? Just you know what I'm saying? So, okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's do this real quick.
Cowboys fans right now.
Yeah, they were. They was whining for sure. All right. So let's do this.
And wasn't it last week we all had the same question?
Yeah, last week it was the same.
Well, but see, the reason why I didn't do that this week was because if you went first, you were already up against it. But then if you went,
change the order each week. Change the order each week.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Sean, I like that.
I think it's good how you're doing it, Lake. Keep it going, buddy.
It's good.
Don't listen to the haters.
Mix it up, man. Don't give them bad.
Okay, hold on. We got this last one coming, and then I'm gonna try to pick one that was tough. I thought all of them were good personally. That's just me.
They were good questions.
Good questions.
They were.
Can't win them all. You can't win them all unless you team 5.
We haven't won one.
I mean, We just the second week we've ever done this. All right, so here we go.
Hey, if you cannot be a football fan without being
wait,
competitive.
That's right.
So wait. So here we go. This is the question. Okay, and for the sake of people thinking that I'm not cheating, I am going to pick. Who was complaining the most in there? Tell me I was out of there. Brad Jones. Brad. I'm gonna let Brad answer for me. All right. I'll let you answer for me. And if you fail my team, then they can be mad at you.
Don't
Okay.
take him don't take him off our team.
No. He's still on your team. But just for the sake of today, since I'm now the moderator,
he's going to answer for you.
All right.
No pressure, Brad.
Shaving.
Okay, so
shaving.
They're gonna give me a terrible answer to make us lose, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, so here's the question. Okay, so
Mark
here's the question.
Sanchez.
Should the Commanders? So here's the question. Here we go. Hold on, everybody ready? Should the Commanders invest heavily in protecting Jaden Daniels by rebuilding through the offensive line or the run game?
Who goes first? Which team?
Who has to answer the question?
I'll go first.
So
Team 3 and 5.
3 and 5. Everyone from 3 and 5.
I got it.
Go ahead,
I got
Josh.
Yeah, we're sitting down, Sheila.
So we're going to improve the run game, because by improving the run game, we're already protecting Jaden as well.
Exactly.
So you're catching two birds with one stone right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So Josh says through the run game. Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm going to say the same.
Nope.
Okay. Through the run game.
It's the same question, right?
Yeah. Hey.
Same question.
If you listen, if you guys took the L, you got to mute your mics.
Yeah, that's right. Tell them, like, tell them.
Yeah, you got to mute your mics.
Okay.
That's teams 3 and 5. So Miss Erica's answered is teams 3 and 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on 5.
So anybody can chime in who's part of 3 or 5. You can chime in.
3 or 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as I was saying, so listen, I don't know if y'all really been listening or paying attention. I'm sure you have, but if you hear Dan Quinn and Adam Peters and David Blau, a lot of them talk about doing what's best for Jaden, helping Jaden. I think that includes the run game.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even, I'm going to be honest with you, I would not be surprised if they took Jeremiah Love.
I'm with
Okay.
That's just
Yeah.
Okay. Good answers. All right. So
I'm gonna go with some history, Lake. So I'm gonna say O-line, because if we have the Hogs 2.0, it can make anyone we put back there look good and help out everybody. Because last thing I want is Jaden Daniels having to roll out to the right or left because the pocket's breaking down. Plus, we still hold the record for the most rushing yards in the Super Bowl by Mr. Who?
Timmy Smith.
Timmy Smith, and he only played for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So I say if we end up paying, say if we sign that center because we lost our starting center, if we end up paying that starting center 22 and address the other positions to where Jake can be back there for 7-8 seconds. It don't matter who we got back there.
What team are you on again?
All right. He's on team 3.
Yeah, he's team
just
3.
making sure.
But
okay, so who else?
Come on, Red.
I'm echoing Josh as well. I like the run game, and I believe that support in the back. There's multiple things that can be done with that addition of that running back and everything. He also has receiving touchdowns, so not only does he run, he can catch. So at an emergency level, it still doesn't require Jaden to have to break out of the pocket and run. So I really like, and I've played running back myself, so I like that. Even though it's undervalued, I just like a good solid running back, and I believe we've needed one a long time.
The anointed ones have spoken.
Yeah. All right. So if you've spoken
Amen.
already, mute your microphone just so I can see who hasn't.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm with the lead. Okay. Yeah, we're good. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Question.
So
Miss Sheila. No, Miss Sheila's she should be muted. Okay.
They do know we will roll out, don't they? Like we even though we on Zoom, we will roll out now if you need us.
No, we're
Okay.
good. We're good.
Okay.
I had told them originally an hour. We had 2 hours now. All right. So let's go with who else is on team 3? Oh no, you guys got an extra 4 points because you were down a person, right? Okay. All right. And then so team 5, we had Miss Erica spoke. So Brad needs to speak and David needs to speak. Okay.
You can go, Dave.
Thanks, Brad. I say, where is it that the game is usually won? Is won in the trenches. So I say you got to build up that line because they got to protect Jaden, and 2, if you have a good line, I don't care what kind of running back you got back there. As long as they opening up holes, my grandma could run through them and probably get positive yards.
Right.
Right. So if you don't have the right equipment, the right guys up front, I don't care who you're gonna have in the back. You can put Derrick Henry back there. If you don't have a good line, he's not gonna go nowhere.
Okay.
You need a good line to open up some avenues so that these guys can run through, and then also so that they can protect Jaden.
All right, good stuff. And then I just wanted to make sure real quick I got Reverend. Reverend, did you say running game or line? Just to make sure I got that.
Running game.
That's what I thought. Okay, we're good. Okay, so Brad, you're the final person. All right, so what's your answer?
So I want your team to lose. So,
no, you do. So let me. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, banned from the Lake Blues show.
But answering in football, I think a good offensive line makes an average running back look good. And if your O-line is not good, it doesn't matter how great your running back is. What's the point? Unless he like Barry Sanders, right? So, and a good O-line, Jaden can stand up and he can throw from the pocket. So I think the answer is O-line. So I think you should get those points to team 2 and we won. All right, I'm out.
I agree.
Hey, Late.
Yeah, I stole my answers.
Hey, Late. Before you get a winning answer. Now, your question is pertaining to the Commanders right now.
It's what now? I'm sorry. Say that again.
The question you asked, was it containing to our team as of right now?
As it sits now.
Yeah.
As it sits now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to make sure it was C.
Yeah.
Because all right, now you can go ahead and get an answer. Then I want to say something.
Okay. So
like that, Gerard.
What I tallied up for team 3 was 17 points. Okay. Those were good answers. What I tallied up for team 5 was 18 points.
Oh,
and it wasn't because listen, I'll break it down for you. I personally, this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I gave more points to people saying the offensive line. And I say that because I too agree. If you have a monster offensive line, I don't care who's running behind you. It's gonna look better. It is, okay, and that's you winning. And that's you winning the trenches against probably a pretty good defensive line. So that's why I gave 5 points to anyone that said offensive line, and I gave 4 points to anyone that gave running. Okay, Brad gave the same answer I would have given. Yes.
But Late. Now,
come on, man. I threw up history, dog. Come on.
Go ahead, Gerard. Go ahead.
Okay, but now let me ask you.
Go ahead.
So right now, you feel that our team needs to do more on our old line than what we need to do in our running back room?
Yes.
100%.
Right now.
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
And you know why?
I feel our O
That's
line
why the
is
center
one
is
of
gone.
I
They just
feel
got
our
rid
O
of their
line
center.
is one of our strongest positions. We
It
just
is.
we just brought Cosme. We just brought our first round pick. We
But you
traded a
just
second and fourth
released
round
your
pick.
starting center.
Right. So that's
Thank you.
one. That's
And
one
we haven't
player.
re-signed Paul
But
yet.
do you understand that position is
Always the offense.
But
the
they're
one?
gonna fix that. They're gonna fix that. So we just
We
need
hope so.
But that could be
but
because they
they got a plan
recognize
in
they need
mind.
the O line.
That's one player. So we need at least 3 more running backs right now. We need one more player on our O line, and we're gonna say the center.
Yeah,
I
because
per-
Bill is the only one that's under Bill is the only one that's on the
He's the
roster,
only
right?
one that's under contract. We
Right.
have plenty of people on the O line that's there. Besides, and we just let go Tyler this week. So that's just one person that we need to replace technically.
So wasn't there people in this group that said that they were surprised that Tyler got released?
Yes,
Yeah.
because last year we felt the O line was one of our brightest spots. I mean, I know I did. Of the whole team, I would say the O line.
Okay,
So
let me wait. Let me say this.
You gonna change it?
You got rid of your offensive line coach. You got rid of your starting center. Your left tackle, you hope that you can extend before the season
I don't hope
starts.
he's going to do that. Adam Peter's going to bring him back. He gave up a second in the fourth.
We're not talking in hypotheticals. We saying what has to happen. Okay.
That's right. But he's still under contract, right? So we got him right now. Regardless, he can't leave because he's not a free agent.
But Gerard, listen to me. Let's just trust me on this.
Okay.
You do not want Laramie's situation to end up like Terry's. So you need
to
get that
it's not going to happen. It's a totally different situation, you guys. Trust me.
But you don't know that.
You don't know. You don't know that.
Okay.
I mean, we like to think like you, Gerard, seriously. But you don't know that. You don't know if Laramie even I know Laramie wants to be here, but you don't know that. So what you do know is that you need to get a new starting center and you need to have your offensive line coach who's new embrace what they want to do, which is to be a physical football team.
Right.
So to me, I need to make sure I have the pieces on that line before I have the running back.
I think we got him.
Yeah,
I think we
and
got him.
the other thing is this is I think they're also taking into consideration who we got to play next year, because I mean the NFC East is going to be brutal anyway, and then we have the West Coast that we got to play. Our line has got to be stout, and we also have to have backups.
And you pay the AFC South. Just got some pretty decent.
Just a quick,
lines too.
Lake, just a quick idea about, because I love the team things. The one thing I would have wished of going with Group 1, I wish we could have voted as a team.
2025.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I would have loved to have said, okay, here's the questions, because I was on skills, for example, and I don't know the team would have supported me on that. But if we could had like a minute to huddle as a team, and then we come up with like one team answer, I don't know if that helps you at all, but
So
that might be an interesting twist.
The newbies requesting chat rooms to break off.
No, I don't mind doing it in front of everybody, and I don't mind being
just
the
talk
newbie.
real quick. Give them like 10
breakout
seconds.
rooms. I'm sorry, breakout rooms.
We could
give them like 10 seconds.
We'll
But it's a
tweak-
great
we'll-
idea
we'll
what we're
tweak-
doing.
We'll tweak the stuff, but I will say this though, as in everything, if you win, you wouldn't have any issues with any of this, right?
I don't like any issues with it at all.
Right.
The victor's right to history.
Like
Right.
to touch on your what you were just talking about. We were weirdly enough ranked like the 5th best
Somebody
running.
have their TV on or something.
Miss Sheila. It's Miss Sheila.
Miss Sheila. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, like-
sorry.
Like so.
I thought it was muted.
It's not muted
So
yet.
what-
I got you. I muted her. Okay, go ahead.
So like the thing is, last year, weirdly enough, we were a top 5 Russian attack at one point. I think it might have been it.
That's because of
But our
quarterback.
offensive line, I know, but I'm saying it as a whole because both our running backs averaged almost 5 yards a carry. But anyway, our line was ranked like somewhere in the 20s, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and again,
But I thought it was one of the stronger parts of the team.
But remember, I told you guys, you have to look at every position on a team and ask yourself for Washington. Let's just say you're looking at Washington. can it be upgraded? If you look at that offensive line and you look at Laramie Tunsil, can that be upgraded? No.
No.
Can Josh Connerly be upgraded? No. Could Tyler Biadasz be upgraded?
Yes. Has to be.
Okay.
Yes.
Can Chris Paul can Chris Paul be upgraded?
For the money, I don't think so. For the money, I don't think so.
Yes, it can be without question. And they're gonna do everything they can to make sure it's upgraded with Brandon Coleman. That's
He's
the goal.
already there though. He's already on the team. So he's part of the offensive line.
But we know that. But the point is we're talking about upgrades. Okay. Can Sam Cosmi be upgraded?
No.
When healthy, no.
When healthy, no. Okay. So we just said you have a center, and we're not talking about a guard here. We're talking about Jaden is getting ready to be under center this year.
That's right. Yeah.
Do you understand why they moved on? He wasn't strong enough. If your point of attack is under center, Tyler's not strong enough to go up against these monsters he's going to be going up against in the trenches. So that's why they moved on from him. And he
was eating chunky soup. He's not strong enough.
No, man. Listen, you got.
That's just one player still.
I can't deal with the half head. I'm looking at your screen.
But this goes to show you. But it goes to show you that the strength of what they're trying to do. They're trying to become bigger and more physical. And you have to win in the trenches before you can win anything. I don't care who's running the ball. I don't care who's catching the ball. If you don't have adequate protection for your quarterback to not get hurt, and we saw teams eating them up in the middle of the field, did we not? They weren't eating up the tackles. They were eating them up through the interior. That's why they're building it up. So to me, I think just for the sake of everybody, put your thumb up if you feel like building that, making sure the line is stronger than the run game.
So can I say
it's already there though? It's already strong.
Can I say it like
this?
Can
be stronger, bro.
If you had to choose between an upgrade on your center, if you had to choose between upgrading your center or upgrading your running back, which one would you choose? I would choose upgrading your center.
This year, I would upgrade the center because
because
you're putting
especially if he's going to be under center. You want to have a veteran presence.
But that's not the question.
That was Marcus's question, though.
Yeah, I would do that. But yes, you need a center. But that's not the question for the other thing.
See, Joshua, I think that for me, the trap that I fell into is that all things considered last year, the offensive line was the best, but that was against a team that failed. And so what opened my eyes today was that when Biadasz went, I was like, damn. Okay, that was our best, performers last year, and they think we got to go better. And then I am looking at who we play next year. We are going to play some defense. Houston, it goes on and on. We have got to be tight on the defensive line, or it won't matter.
So again, Gerard. So Gerard,
you don't think it's more about scheme? You don't think it's more about scheme?
100%.
The reason why they want to also let him go. See, because the last 2 years,
100% it is.
But hold up, the last 2 years it was a totally different scheme, and we're going to use the running backs totally different from how we used them 2 years ago or how we're getting ready to use them.
And you're going to use your offensive line totally different too.
Exactly. So, but all we're missing is one. Because come on,
missing one
Brandon Coleman. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Brandon Coleman? Do you think Brandon Coleman going to be a starter this year?
Yes, I do.
Do you think Conley going to be a starter this year?
Yes, I do.
Do you think Tunsil going to be a starter this year?
Of course.
Do you think Cosmi going to be a starter this year?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So it's only one spot on that offensive line where we feel we don't have a starter because we just released them in a matter of about 48 hours.
That's not true. Brandon Coleman didn't start last year, though.
That's right.
No, I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about this year going forward. I asked you, do you believe Brandon Coleman will be a starter going this year? Yes. And you feel Conley would be a starter this year. I'm talking about this year coming. And you feel Larry Tunsil would be a starter. And we also feel Cosmi going to be a starter. So it's only one. It's only one position that we feel that we have on our old line right now that's not going to be a starter.
And outside of your 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle, that center spot now becomes the most important position on that line. And they let their guy go because of Jaden being under center.
And I agree with that.
That is way more important than your running back.
Yeah. So all I'm trying to say to you, we still need to build our running back room.
No one's debating
no question.
that.
We agree. No question.
Yeah, nobody's
what I'm trying to say to you
but
is,
not at the expense of your line.
No, absolutely.
But we're not. All you got to do is get one person.
You're looking at this from a number standpoint. This is not just about needing 3 running backs.
No.
Need one offensive lineman.
It's which one is the greater need, Gerard.
That's right.
We're going to get
an answer to that. But no, I'm saying there is a definitive answer to that. Which one is the greater need to get built first? Your offensive line or your running back room? It's a simple answer.
The offensive line is already built. I mean, that's how I personally feel. It's built. We just missing
Clearly,
one
they
piece.
don't think that way, or they wouldn't have got rid of Biotis today.
No, they feel that way. They just gonna get one piece. I mean, come on. Is our wide receiver room built? No. Every area we're gonna be adding up pieces, you guys. I mean, all I'm trying to say is we got to do more.
You can't throw the ball to the wide receivers. You can't run the football if you don't have protection for your quarterback.
But we're gonna have it. So what you feel? Just because we're going to get a center. All I'm trying to say. Okay, let's say we got the center, but we didn't have Laramie Tunsil. Then you're going to say that too. That's all I'm trying to say. We got the pieces. We just missing one. So we're going to get that one. That's all I'm trying to say.
No. I hear you, but I think you're devaluing how important this center is going to have to be this year.
I'm not saying that.
And like Raleigh said, if you look at who they're going up against, those defenses their strength is in the interior of their defensive lines.
Mm-hmm.
Bill not running the football if that center is not a stronger, stouter guy who's going to.
They're going to get that.
So, like, I have a question.
I'm not going against you.
Like, I have a question. First, I have a comment. Comment is Gerard needs a hug. Question is, how do you see us going to replace? Is that going to be through the draft or free agency for the center?
Free agency. Free agency.
Yeah, it can't be a draft.
The other thing
is this, guys, is we're going to need some line depth too. So, I mean, we can't. I'd love to think that all 5 starters are going to be there throughout. So, not only is it that one, it's the center. It's the studs that we have to put behind them that can step up and be studs as well on that offensive line. I hear what Gerard is saying, and I think we're all agreeing, because my bet is we're going to solve that problem with the center and some backups. But I also agree, like we all do here, that running backs are also going to help Jaden. So we have a stud line and a stud running game with who Jaden is, and then we add some of those skill players. I know this is, I think we're there. But like I said, the games we're going to play next year are going to be incredible, because they're. I'm like I said, I'm looking at it right on my other monitor here. I'm like, holy smoke! But I like what we're going to do. Can I just make one other quick comment?
Sure.
I was thinking about this past year and how disappointed we are. And, I looked at the games and I said, you know what? There's 3 or 4 games we could have won. Mm-hmm. We could easily be 7 or 8 games. Just like earlier, how many games did we win miraculously that gave us a 12-point schedule? Mm-hmm. I think last year kind of evened things out somehow, some way. We did not get the breaks that we did before. I look at this 3rd year to be that point where we kind of split the baby there. We're going to be, just more solid. So I'm not as down as the team because of the record, because, man, we were that Denver game, we could, we just go through the Atlanta game. Those are things that we could have won, and we won those games in 2024. So I think the team culturally and structurally is on better footing. Then we got to get rid of a bunch of people and bring a bunch of new people in. But this is a serious team, and I love it being serious. We got a serious schedule. We got a new stadium opening in 2029. That's our Super Bowl year. That's what I'm thinking. And with that, guys, I do have to go. I love being here. Look at how many people are here. 2+ hours on a Friday.
Yes.
How cool are we? And
awesome.
Lake, You are something else, buddy, to put up with us and to host us for this.
Man.
No, serious.
Yep,
I mean that seriously. And I will be here every Friday that I can be here, guys. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
You too,
Thanks
sir.
for having me in the family.